Not my drink. Lip smacking. Right. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to today's Facebook Live. My name's Marc Dominic, and here we are at Non-Stop Kids Entertainment, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be non-stop for the next 15-20 minutes. Hello, Emily. How you doing? Hi. Big wave out to Emily and all the crew at Emily's house. It's about time we started, and that's the thing. Time. It's an interesting concept, but where's it come from? Who decided how long things were? And how do we use it in magic? Lots of serious questions. Maybe we can have some answers, maybe we can have some fun. So, we'll start off with a bit of a joke, because all today's jokes will be based on time. Yes, so, what time is it when an elephant sits on your fence? Yes, you guessed it. It's time to get a new fence. Boom, ching! Yes, well, we're going to be doing really bad jokes. If you think that's bad, listen. Why are Saturday and Sunday the strongest days of the week? Well, all the others, they're all weekdays. They're all weekdays. Yes, and it's time now for us to all pick up the will to live that you might have just lost with the bad jokes and crack on. So, I'm going to be doing lots of stuff today. Now, I'm going to stand back here. Time. It's a really interesting concept. Can you all see me if I stand up here? Yes. Now, I like time. I like my drink. Now, we'll just put that down there. Actually, that's what I'll do. We'll put it over there for now. Now, time. Time. Who invented it? Why is it so long? Well, let's start off with a few little facts. Did you know that we measure time in something called base 60 or sexagenary? Now, base 60 for doing time was first invented by the Sumerians. Yes, 3000 BC. That's a really long time ago. And they started to count in 60s, or groups of 60s, which is why we've got numbers, but we've got things like time and circles and those sort of things are all measured in group 60. But it was the Babylonians who started to use the 60 for time. But why have we got 60s? Like we've got 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour. Then we've got a jiffy. Now when people say I'll only be a jiffy, do you know what a jiffy is? A jiffy is a 60th of a second. Interesting. When we have degree angles, a 60th of a degree is also called a second. Important word, that. Now, why, if we've got 60 minutes in an hour, why are there 24 hours in a day? Well, I'll tell you. Egyptians. Yes, it was the Egyptians. Now, what you probably didn't know is the Egyptians had 4 parts of the day. They divided the day up into 2 bits. The bit with the sun and the bit with the moon. And so when you talk to an Egyptian, they would only talk about whether something was before sunset, after sunset, before sunrise, or after sunrise. And the Egyptians, they were a little bit weird. Yes. It wasn't just all walking like an Egyptian. It was weirdness. Yes. Because do you know what they did? The Egyptians took a day and they said, we'll divide it in half. The bit with the sun and the bit with the moon. And then we'll divide those bits up into 12. So we'll have 12 hours with the sun and 12 hours with the moon. Do you see a problem? Yeah. The Egyptians didn't have a fixed length of hour. So if it was a very short day, you still had 12 hours of sun. If it was a very long night, you still had 12 hours of sun. And an hour was just 1/12 of the time, which is why we have 24 hours in a day. You didn't need to know that, did you? No. Well, here's another interesting fact. How does a witch tell the time? With a witch watch. Yes. Time. Would you like to go back in time? Now, I like my drink. But imagine if we could go back in time like this. I'm now entering the Marc time vortex. Ooh. Now I'm going to make a little hole in time right there. Can you see the hole, Emily? Don't step through it. So, what we're going to do is going to try and do something with the can. So, we've taken the can of drink. Now, you're having a lovely holiday in France, Georgina. Even next Sunday, you don't want to leave. No. Is that you don't want to leave to go to France, or you don't want to leave to come back? Because, well, who in the right mind goes to France? Except the French. Now, so, here we go. We're going to take the can. Here's the can that we had our drink in. Now, watch what we're going to do. We're going to try and do something really special now. Now, watch. If I go like this, we're going to make the can go back in time. You'll see carefully, you can see the can start to pop open. Now watch, listen. Ooh, there we go. The can has now come home. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take the can and watch, we'll seal it up. We're going to seal the can up again. We're going to seal the can up. We're going to go back in time and seal the can. We're going to go back in time and seal the can up. Oh yes, we'll seal it up, we'll seal it up, we'll seal it up. We'll seal it up. And then, when we've sealed it up again, we can, listen, open the can back up. Oh, and then we can take some more drink out of the can that we jumped from. So the can go back in time. Yes, as Cher said, we can turn back time. Ooh, have my way. Actually, that's how I keep my good looks. I'm actually 225 years old. Don't look a day over 30, do I? What do you mean, 230? Go away. Now, Georgina, I like France. Do you like France? Only problem is if you don't speak French. Bonjour, mais pas pour Georgina. Je parle en français pour un petit peu. Oui. Ah, so, Georgina, comment allez-vous aujourd'hui? Oui bien? For those who don't understand, for those of you in Bury, how are you doing, love? Now, one of the things I like doing things where we go back in time. One of the things I used to love doing, and I've talked about, is old things. Now, what I've done is I've got some concertina of kitchen roll here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what my granddad used to do when he was a child. To while away the time, they used to have pastimes. It's interesting because pastimes are a bit like we might call them hobbies. But a pastime was something that you would do to help you. Yeah, that's right, pastime. Now, there are a lot of old pastimes that we've forgotten about now, and there's some that people still do. Things like knitting, crochet. They're pastimes. Some of them might be skills from work. One of the things I used to like doing was paper folding and making things out of paper. So what I'm going to try and do is just make something here out of paper. Now, you may have seen these sort of pastimes done, or you do them yourself, where you fold things up and you cut them out. In fact, a lot of pastimes are arts and crafts, so you might do them at school. You might not do them at school, you might be doing them at home while you've been on home study. You might not try them, you might do, but this is one of my favourite pastimes. When I was a child, now you might have seen me when I did paper, one of my paper lives, I did a story of the captain's shirt. where we do some paper tearing. Well, this can be just paper tearing, but I use scissors just to give us a little bit of a straighter edges on this. And you can make rough girls. Ooh. Other genders are available. We can do boys. Yeah, you see that? Now, this is the thing with pastimes. Some pastimes are good, some pastimes are bad. Some pastimes are a little bit dangerous. So what I'm going to show you now is, when we talked about this little hole in time we've got here. Now you must be very careful with paper, girls and boys. I've talked about how I got hurt once with paper. Now you've got to be careful, because if you have paper like this and it catches fire, you've got to be very careful with burning. I'm a trained expert, so be very careful. We have a fire extinguisher over here if needed. Now, this is the cool thing with magic. Sometimes you might see that paper's just gone. Oh, yeah, it's gone. Oh, that's just blown away. Well, oh. The great thing is, girls and boys, if you're a magician, do you know what you can do? You can take these little bits of ash, say the magic words, jelly beans on toast, and put your hand in. And out of the ash, you can take the ashes. You take the ashes and you blow. You say the magic words, jelly beans on toast. You can take the ashes. You can make the ashes back into your little girls. Ta-da! You see that? Ta-da! I like that. Now I've made a mess. Made a mess on the floor. But that's the thing. Time and tide wait for no man, they say. But Georgina's going to be back in October, just for a week. Oh, you're going to get a lockdown. Lockdown in France, imagine that. Could be fun, could be worse. Could be worse, you could have a lockdown in Bolton. And if you lock down in Bolton, like some of my family, it's not a lot of fun, no. Well, here's a joke for you, girls and boys. We're talking about days, we're talking about time. What day of the week do potatoes hate? Friday. Yes, and oh, did you hear about the thief? The thief who stole a calendar? He got 12 months. Georgina, where's Declan? Well, that's interesting, because Declan today is off having a clean. Yes, he's got a little bit of an infection up his nose. I'm not saying anything, but yesterday when he had a little sneeze, he went, achoo! And do you know what happened? A great big bogey got stuck up his nose. So we're in the vets at the moment, having his nose and his throat looked at, because it's very difficult for a dragon to wear a mask when he goes out shopping. So we're just having his nose sorted out, and he will be back with me next week, no problems at all. But for those of you who are on holiday, I've got a guest appearance. See that? That's Sooty with no clothes on. Yes. So, girls and boys, we're doing all sorts of crazy things today. What did the small clock say to the tall clock tower? He said, "Hi there." Yes. Well, it's really slow time sometimes. And you know what? I do like time jokes. Things like, what did the digital clock say to the grandfather clock? Hey, look, Grandad, no hands. So, yeah, I know. But time's an interesting concept. And what that means, girls and boys, is that in magic we use time a lot. So we use time to go back in time, like we just did with the can. Or we can predict, and we're going to do a prediction now. We're going to do a prediction, Georgina. You're going to help me. We're going to come down here. Oh, can you see the map there? Yes. Now, I've got a prediction here. And this is a little trick that I'm going to show you. Okay, so here is the prediction. But because I'm using the camera the wrong way around it, so it's like, if you look in the mirror, it will say prediction. And I've got some pieces of paper. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a little trick we're going to do. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the prediction there so you can see it. Just at the edge of the camera, put it there so you can see it there. Right. I'm going to put numbers on these. So we're going to write 1 on that one. On this one, see, we're going to write 2, 3, 4. Oh, what comes after 4? That's right, 5. And after 5, we get 6. So, now, it's a really simple prediction that you can do, girls and boys. I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, you can use a cup. Okay, you can get a cup and shake it in a cup, or you can use your hands. So what we're going to do, we're going to put them in my hands like this, and we're just going to shake them up. And when we throw them down on the table, all the predictions that are face down, so if you see the blank, we're going to get rid of. Okay, you ready? So we throw them down. Nice. Oh, look at this. So we've got 3 face up, 3 face down. So I said we'll get rid of the face down ones, didn't I? Get rid of those. And we've got 1, 2, 3 left. So what we're going to do with these 3 now, exactly the same thing. Put them in our hand, we shake them up. You can use a cup, and then we're going to get rid of the ones that face down. So we shake. Oh, try again. Ooh. Again. Ooh. Oh, we've got 2 left. So we've got 1 prediction left. So all the others have been face down. 1 prediction that stayed face up. Now, that prediction is a 3. And guess what? What's underneath my prediction? My prediction is a 3. Now, was I predicting the future, or was I doing a magic trick? Would you like to find out? Okay, well, girls and boys, I'm going to show you how to do this trick. In fact, I'm going to show you how to make it. It's a little bit of a time trick, a little bit of a prediction of the future. Yes. So, what we need is some paper. Now, you can use an envelope with a prediction. You can use anything you like. You could write it in ketchup on the inside of a bacon butty. You could do it inside an envelope. But you've got to be able to show someone that you can't mix it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a prediction. So, you can get a piece of paper, and then all you do is write on it prediction. So if I just write on prediction. Prediction. And now I put like a question mark. So we know we're telling the future. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to predict a number. So we're going to predict a number between 1, and we can use up to 7 or 8, but let's for this instance use 5. So can somebody give me a number between 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5? Someone give me a number, and that's going to be our prediction for this little exercise. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Actually, we've got 2 people watching, so we'll use 2. So on the back, what we're going to do, we're going to write the letter number 2. So my prediction is a number 2. Georgina, you're a bit behind. We've already done 2. Do you want me to change it to 5? I can change it if you want, because Georgina will change it. Georgina wants a prediction of 5. So, all right, what we'll do, we'll make another prediction. See? Georgina predicts. And then Georgina's going to predict a number 5. So, we're going to use Georgina's prediction of number 5. So we put that where people can see it. And then what we need are some pieces of paper. Now here, we want them roughly to be the same sort of size. So you can just literally, you can cut them up like this. We'll use them slightly small. 2, 3, 4. is a bit smaller than mine, but it doesn't matter. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the prediction and the magic trick is very simple, right? We just have to predict the number 5. So what I'm going to do, here's how we cheat. Don't tell anybody, please. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick one of these cards, and on one side we're going to draw the number 5. So I've got that on one side, but it's blank on the other. So we're going to turn it over. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blank ones, but on the, I'll do it that way, you can see the 5, better you can see the 5 there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the blank one here, we've got a number 5. So what we're going to do now is when we do our trick, we say, I have a prediction, you put that where people can see it, okay, and then you write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, you don't want people looking at them, but as you write them, you can show that some of them are, that they are blank on the other side. You don't have to, because people wouldn't expect there to be other things. However, our number 5 has got a 5 on the back and a 5 on the front. So now, if we pick them all up, I mix them up. You can use them in your hand, or you can use them in a glass. Now, if you use them in a glass, that's great, because I give people the glass and they can shake it around and they throw them out. Now, every time you throw, you're always going to find that the number 5 is face up. So you get rid of everything that is face down. Put them to one side. So we've got number 3 and we've got number 5. So we pick them up and we shake them up. Ooh, and we can do it as many times as we like. It doesn't matter if we get 2 the same side, same way. It gives it a bit of randomness. Oh, we're going that way. Oh, we're going there, we're going. 3. Oh, and then you end up in this position where you've got a 5 and blank. Put that away. You pick up your number 5. You say, you chose at random a number 5. And Georgina predicts a number 5. And then you put them down. Open your hands a little bit, and everyone goes, yeah! Woo, 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 woo. And that's because you've predicted correctly, which is pretty cool. I like predictions. I like playing with time as an idea. And there's lots of things we can do with time. There's lots of really good jokes. Got some good jokes here. What did the second hand say? I'll come up here. Hello. What did the second hand say the first time as he passed by? See you again in a minute. Why did the cuckoo not come out of his door? Because he had stage fright. Why did the pendulum stop moving? Just lost its swing. Do you know what? Why did the man who was always late, the tardy man, buy a clock? He always wanted to buy some time. Well, what did the watch say to the wall clock? How are you doing? How are you doing? That wasn't very good, was it? Tell what we'll do. We'll finish with a little trick. Now, there's lots of tricks that you can do that are about predictions and using time. One of my favourite things, if you want to try a game, now I know there are some people who are out there who want to do some games. Now I know Georgina wanted to do some games and things, and I'm not really a games person. We've got lots of other people on Non-Stop Kids Entertainment who do games, who do crafts, but I'm going to give you a challenge. We're going to play the time game. Now, there are lots of games involving time. So there's the yes-no game, where you can't say yes or no. We've got to answer as many questions as possible without repeating, hesitating, and pausing in a minute. there's just a minute. We have to talk for a minute without stopping, which is easy unless you get done for hesitation, repetition, or deviation from the subject. But one of my favourite games is the stop game. Now, it's very simple. All you have to do is say stop. But you've got to say stop after 10 seconds. And the one who gets nearest to 10 seconds wins. So if I went like this, I'd go, your time starts now. Stop. And that would be 11.2 seconds. You might get someone who goes, I'd say, you ready? They go, yes. And you goes, go. Stop. And that would only be 7 seconds. Because people don't know how long some times are. Short times and long times. So why don't we go and play that? I want you to get a stopwatch or a clock, and you're going to see if you can say stop after exactly 10 seconds. And if you find 10 seconds easy, I want you to try 12. So that's your challenge till next week. Now, when I'm next back, we will have Declan back from the vets, and he'll have sorted his nose out, and we'll be doing something a little bit strange. I don't think we'll be doing magic. We might do a little bit of magic, but who knows? Well, as we started to talk about time, I've run out of time, and unfortunately, it's time for me to go. Now, if I threw my watch out, I could say time flies, but till next time, I hope you have fun, have a good day, be safe, remember to follow your social distancing rules, and if you're stuck of something to do, please come along, have a look at the YouTube channel for Non-Stop Kids Entertainment. We've got something going up every day, 3-4 times a day. It's all free, and hopefully you'll find something entertaining. My name has been Marc Dominic. This is Non-Stop Kids Entertainment. Until next time, thank you very much. If you've liked it, please like, share, and do the usual social stuff. Till then, next time, take care. Bye-bye.